people out there in that land. My name is Reese. This is the Record Reese channel on YouTube. Pretty much a brand new YouTuber. And as you can see, we're in the truck right now. I wanted to start something called Truck Talk. And it's pretty much just about what's going on in life in general. And life is our biggest, what can I say? It is our biggest distraction, realistically. We get caught up in work. We get caught up in the everyday mundane life of bills and seeing it through to the next check. I mean, for the regular people like myself, I don't know what your financial status situation is, but there's always something in life that is either holding us back or taking our focus away from other things that we could possibly be doing. You know, you could be achieving some goals, some aspirations you may have in life. You just don't realize that you get so run down. And the only reason why this is important is because, to me at least, it's important to me because I know I get caught up in that, you know, making it through in the world. You know, there's a lot of things that could affect what you do on a day-to-day basis. And life is something that's just always on everyone's mind. I know it's on my mind. You know, hectic. What am I doing? Where am I going in life? You know, what haven't I tried? What haven't I accomplished? What new goal could I possibly set? And my insomnia has been kicking up real bad lately. And this is the type of things that go on in my mind while I just pretty much just sit up and ponder on a lot of different things. But today's subject just is life in general. Don't be afraid to go out in the world and do something different. Don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to set high goals for yourself. Never sell yourself short. Always realize what your worth is and understand what you are capable of, what you can make happen. Your energy is really everything. That may sound weird to some people out in the world, but you got to realize what kind of vibe you put off. And if you put off a vibe to where you're confident, not cocky, but confident, you know, you hold yourself with high esteem and high regard, you can make a lot of things possible. Don't ever doubt yourself. That's the human nature in us, is to doubt the things that we do, especially when it comes to achieving what others may deem impossible. Impossibility is only in the mind, realistically. You have people doing amazing things on a day-to-day basis, and you got to realize you can be one of those people. I'm not saying that you can take on the world and you can change the world or anything like that, but what I like to do is I like to control my world. Control the controllables. Don't control the world's chaos. If you can, live in your own world, in your own realm, and find your own happiness. Don't look for people or things to make you happy. Try to make yourself happy. You know, appreciate the small things in life. I always say I appreciate all the small wins. You know, something as small as when you do laundry and you find a $20 bill in the pant pocket or coat pocket that you just washed. That's a small win. That's $20 that wasn't accounted for that now it is. You know what I mean? Or if your boss calls you and he goes, hey, you know what, your schedule changed and today you got a day off, or if you just have some personal time and you just take it. That's just the small wins that you can really appreciate. And don't ever take little things like that for granted, man, because those things actually open up more time in your life to accept your own greatness. You got to realize you are great. And you can do anything you set your mind to. And I know that sounds like a cliche, you know, something that goes on a t-shirt, you know, anything is possible. I get it. And it sounds corny, but it is true. That is, it's not corny, it's true. Just realize everything that you can make happen. Realize your own power in this world. Don't get caught up in here and now. try to put some effort into thinking for the future. You know, it may not be 5 or 6 or 10 years, but in the next month, in the next 90 days. Test yourself, challenge yourself. You know, think outside the box on a lot of different things. Just put yourself under pressure. If you could put yourself under enough pressure, you might actually rise to the occasion and surprise yourself in a lot of different aspects. This is just some of the stuff that I think of and you see on a day-to-day basis realistically. You know, people may not be as happy as they potentially could be. I'm not saying that I'm the happiest person or anything like that, but I try to create my own happiness and just look at everything that I have and appreciate it. I seen something before and it said, always appreciate what you have, because once upon a time it was those things that you had wished and prayed for. It's true. You know, a few years ago I would have never known I would have, one, been doing YouTube, but owned a truck, you know, brand new truck. Or, you know, when you're a kid and you're a teenager realistically and you get your first car, you never really sit back and truly appreciate it because you're caught up in the nostalgia, like, oh my God, I just got my first car, or, you know, I just passed this crazy test, you know, if you're in college or high school or whatever. But sit back and appreciate the things you made happen. That takes work, that takes some hustle. That's nothing that's just gonna come to you. Anything that's worth having is worth fighting for. And you gotta fight for everything that you want, realistically. If you want it, go get it. Put forth the effort and the time to make those things a reality. Don't just sit back and wait for things to happen, because it won't. It really won't. If you just wait and then you try to go, oh, life will provide it to me, you know, or God will provide it to me if you're religious or if you're not, but it won't. You gotta hustle. You gotta hustle. You gotta put forth that work. You know, there will always be a way, no matter what the circumstances are, that you'll be able to put that time in and make these things a reality. Yeah, guys got a nice bite. Never sell yourself short. Never. That just goes with knowing your self-worth. Know what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept. Don't let people walk all over you. Don't let people just talk to you in any kind of way. You know, people know me, I'm not short-tempered, but I won't let people talk to me any type of way, just because your thoughts and words become actions, and you gotta let people know in this world that you know who you are, and you will stand on whatever ground it is that you need to stand on to, you know, make your point come across. Don't be what I call sheeple, people who will fall for anything. This is just what happens in life. Things we fall victim to. You may not realize it, but you could be a sheeple. You never know until you take yourself out of the situation and look in a third person perspective. You have to kind of do that sometimes just to realize what's actually going on around you. If you don't do that and you just look at the situation for what it is, you'll never grow. You'll never really prosper, because good things do come with change. And in life, we are afraid of it. We get comfortable in our day-to-day routines. We find comfort in that. And that is a dangerous thing, because you'll wake up and you'll realize that ordinary people never excel. You have to do something extraordinary in life to really excel. And I'm not saying, you know, make a bunch of money or create the next big invention or, as seen on TV or something like that, but put yourself in a position to where you can make some change in your life. Do something that you normally wouldn't do that you will benefit from. Taking up a new trade, going back to school, just being a different parent from what you are now, or student, anything like that, anything that could be a change, a slight change or a great change or dramatic change, so where you could set forth and be the best version of yourself, live your best life. Just be the best version of you, because when you're the best version of you, you can actually live your life on a different plane, if you will. You'll see things for what they are, people for what they are. Your energy becomes a lot better. You'll realize people will want to be around you more because you are uplifting. Your vibe is positive. Your outlook on life is positive. Not every bad situation may be bad. It's a life lesson, something you had to go through in order to make you better. Same thing with whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It's the truth. We've all been through some crap. We've all been through some really horrible situations in life, but can you look back and say that didn't make you stronger? Probably not. Just be the best possible version of yourself as possible. That's it. As I'm sitting here thinking myself, I'm literally going through my brain and thinking, how can I be the best version of me right now? And I think the best version of me is putting out content like this, because I feel like I can reach people. I'm not saying I got a lot of people watching YouTube right now. I'm really not a big influence at all right now, but I know somebody somewhere will watch this one day and it could spark something in them to change just their mindset. Something as small as thinking about how you go about your day and trying to change it. That's powerful. It's power in the thoughts that you have. It's power in the words that you speak, the way you carry yourself. There's a lot of power in the things we don't pay attention to. And that's one thing I want to bring out in people, is just them realizing how much power they truly have, and then hopefully finding a way for them to tap into that power and just be great. Who doesn't want to be great? Who doesn't want to wake up every day and just be happy about what they have and what they are, and where they are in life? No matter what, there's more to you than you know. So, in closing, realize how powerful you are. Be great, and don't get caught up in life. Life will be there. Life will be there when you decide to jump back into that first person state of living. It ain't going nowhere. This is Reese, signing off. Peace.